races, according to this study of a Facebook dating app that revealed that most men fancy Asian.
Y'all, I can't. This is a 2013 article from the Daily Mail. Let's start there. Over 10 years ago, a study was reported in the Daily Mail about a dating app called Are You Interested? Look, I've been online dating since 2010. I've never heard of this app. Are You Interested? I've never even heard of it. Have you heard of it? But like let's put those things aside. Let's put aside the fact that it's a dating app I've never heard of, the fact that it's a 2013 article in the Daily Mail, that the graphics are terrible, and focus in on the fact that they give you no details about this study. And yes, study in air quotes, because I'm not even sure if this was a study. Tell me who did it. Who was the researcher or researchers in charge of this study? Weird that that doesn't come up anywhere, right? But most importantly, and this is like a good little like side lesson for anyone who is interested in research, we do not know how this study was conducted, which means like I don't know how the researchers went about analyzing the data to find these things about like racial dating preferences. Why does that matter? Well, it matters because I don't know if you've been online dating, but I've been online dating. There are a lot of things that might predict, that might tell you whether or not I will respond to a message. Things like the person's age, how close they live to me, if they have any pictures, how many pictures they have, if they've written literally anything in their bio. Those are all things that have nothing to do with race that might predict whether or not I respond to someone's message. How about what the heck a person's message said? Like, was it like, hey, what's up? Or was it like a thoughtful message? All those things would predict whether or not I'm going to respond. And like, there are more things, but just giving you a few examples. So if this study is only looking at like, hey, a person of this race messaged a person of that race and they didn't respond, that is a bad study, because there are so many other factors, variable characteristics that could predict, that could influence whether or not someone responds to you. You can't just look at race in isolation. And we don't know if they did that or not, but I'm assuming they did because that's the only thing they talk about in these articles. When you do research, for instance, to find out if people have a particular racial preference in dating, you would need to make sure that race is the only possible thing that is explaining the difference in why someone does or doesn't respond to a message. So you might do like a linear regression and load it up with other variables that might predict message response and a race variable and see, like, does race matter at all? Does it matter more than all these other things? Like, that's how you would design. That's one possibility for how you would design a good study to figure this out. I see no evidence that this is what has occurred. And therefore, I am calling BS.